Oh, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready to start the show? I can see Shiromon is actually liking my addition to his song. Okay, let's start the intro. Gentlemen, welcome to the other stream. My name is Slasher, who's ready for some game development. Love it. I love it. I don't know, like, whenever I don't play the intro, I'm actually less, like, not enthusiastic, but like less energetic. This intro really pumps me up. So yeah. Sorry if I'm screaming in your face, by the way, is the audio okay? I tend to always mess up with the audio. So, yeah, let me know if I'm screaming in your face like way too much. Let me know. I tend to scream at people's face. And the mic is about to die. Alright, cool. I'll put some music back again. I'll let you know, guys, what do we have on the menu today? What are we gonna do today on the menu? Oh, we got a new sub already. Jax, thank you very much, my friend. 17 months and still fighting. Thank you very much for that punch in the face. Okay, so the first thing. Oh, and we got a new sub. Alex! Salut, Alex! Alex, Deadline Live! What up? So I actually met Alex last week. Oh, and fun fact, Alex, after the party, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. Well, it was at midnight, and then we went to eat some poutine, and it was like 2 a.m. And I decided to go back to Quebec. So I decided to go and drive back another 3 hours up to 5 a.m. And I have a really cool story, actually, I have to tell about that. But first, guys, we have to do things properly here. First, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a special guest today here in the chat. He made one of the coolest songs ever that we use in Just Shapes and Beats. I'm gonna give you a little hint. It goes like... Into the zone! Exactly. Fun fact number 27 of the day. I actually never met Shiromon. I just added him on I don't know how I discovered your music, by the way. Probably Mike sent me the music. Probably Mike. But yeah, like on the first hearing, I was like, okay, that's really cool. That really fits into Just Shapes and Beats. But we never actually met, I believe. Hey, Bluery, Jill, man! How you doing, Gil? Sorry, I said Jill. How you doing, Gil? Yeah, so we never met, actually. Are you going to MacFest, by the way? Shiromon? What's gonna next thing? Yeah, super cool dude. Yeah, that's the Mike I know, right? We hire him to get drunk at strategic places. So, he's doing a good job. Anyway, so I never met Shiromon, actually, and I hope I pronounced your name right. Shiromon? I really hope so. Anyway, so Shiromon is here today, and lots of cool stuff today on the stream, guys. So first thing first, one thing I wanted to do, since I'm streaming like every week or so these days, I want to be consistent and stream every Thursday at 2 p.m. EST. Always be there, at least for that stream. And cool stuff, and you're gonna know why all this. So one thing I want to do today, maybe I'm not gonna do that every week or so, but I have a bunch of fan art that people made here and there on Twitter that makes my heart really go really warm. Look at that. I really want that hoodie. That would be freaking amazing. A bunch of very cool fan art here and there, and look at that. I really like this one. It's really psychedelic. And there are also, so this one will be the artist of the week, the fan art of the week. It's by Iska Red Spider, ladies and gentlemen. He's on Twitter. He didn't put his name over there, But he made this of Close to Me, and I'm really impressed by what he did. He's been doing fan art for the past like 4 months or so since the beginning, and yeah, like every time he sent a new piece of art, he keep improving and improving and improving. So I was really impressed by this one. I really love his interpretation of the little cube of Close to Me. I mean, it's insane. It's insane, you know? We put a bunch of shapes on the screen, and you guys actually, like, make it evolve, or, like, continue, or I don't know, like, I don't know how to say that, you know? But you keep it growing. There we go. So I'm gonna do this. Voila! Since you're the artist of the week, you'll be on my background for the entire week. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that every single week. I don't know. It's just a cool thing to do, just to say, hey, I acknowledged you, you're awesome, and I love you. And we got a new sub on this note. Mortuous Error. Mortuous Error. Hang on. Okay, no, there was an error here. I think it was a... Welcome to the team, guys! Thank you very much! Oh, there we go, thank you very much. There's some Tumblr link. He also have a Patreon, by the way, if you ever want to check him out. I did totally give him... There we go. I did join him. He does have a Patreon right over there. So, very cool dude, you know, really love it. Oh, and I think you're seeing stuff that you should not see, because I am a Patreon of his. But yeah. Okay, you have, like, you guys are Tiny Build. How you doing, man? Tiny Build is here. Oh, I get to be on my, I got to put on my prettiest dress, my best behavior. How you doing, Tiny Build? Fired, banned. Ah, what's happening? Did I effed up already? Super fired. We're yelling at Iska. Nice. Okay, nice. So I'm trying to keep up with the chat, guys, but it's just going nuts over there. So if I miss some stuff that is very important, like, hey, we don't hear you anymore, or something like that, let me know. Fired, banned. Shirobun rules. What's happening? Anyway, I'm gonna keep up and say, like, I didn't effed up. Alright, so there we go. Shirobun is here, and he's gonna be the artist of the week. So this is the artist. How could I separate artist and musician, I guess? The music of the week, the album of the week will be Shirobun this week. And why do we have a musician of the week, you say? Excellent question, chat. Excellent question. So the thing is, guys, I said on Twitter and I said everywhere that we had like a special announcement. Well, it's right over there. Gotta spoil it up, right? It's right over there. Basically, we are releasing number 1 or version 0.1 alpha, pre-alpha, broken alpha of the level editor for a subset of people, alright? Not like out live, because we're very careful what we do, because the level editor, I said it like multiple times, we're not ready, like it's far from being publicly release ready. However, you guys want it, I want to give it to you, so we're just gonna do it. Okay, if we can do it, we're gonna do it this way. Small steps, and be sure that we don't get, it's not getting, it's not gonna hurt us, you know? Because internet being internet, I told it on the last stream, internet being internet, we may be damaged. It might create lots of damage. Baby steps, there we go, baby steps. So, yeah, that was only a week. Yeah, that was basically convincing everyone here, be sure that everything was working. And also, the artist of the week thing, I had to ask, like, Shirobun, like, 2 days ago. Hey, by the way, would you want to be on the stream? I'd like to say that you're awesome and you know, do something. And yeah, so we're pretty fast, you know, we can turn around very quick. So I want to do that, and it's gonna be like, okay, so 3 rules. If you want to apply for the level editor, guys, I'm gonna show it after that. But if you wanted to apply for it, there's a link right over there. I can probably just drop it up there. Again, guys, one thing I want to ask you, your internet, so you might do your internet thing, but, you know, if we can keep it here, you know, If we can, what happened in last stream stays in last stream, that would be nice, you know? So we just want to be sure to have control of what's going on and not like, boom, go internet, go viral, and somebody else is making money out of artists and like, you know, something like this awful happen, you know? So that's why we're just making baby steps and try to make it grow slowly. Number 4 in Slack, I don't remember. I'm gonna check it out. What is number 4 in Slack? Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is a link where you're gonna have a beautiful form. Beautiful right over there. Yeah, I already responded, but basically what it asks you to do, it asks you to give you the Twitter handle, the Discord handle, and the Twitch handle, just so we can know like who you are. Yeah, we're gonna select a subset of people over the weekend. Yeah, so I don't really know how much people we're gonna select. I don't know, you know, maybe probably around 10 or something like that. But you know, we're just, again, baby step. We're slowly starting something. You can see that I'm walking on thin ice, right? I'm super nervous right now, but you know, I want to make this happen, so fuck it. I'm just gonna go through it. And yeah, over the weekend we're gonna do it. Why? Because we just want to be sure, like, we don't know how many people will apply. Like, will it be like 1 or fucking a million? I don't know. So, this is baby step. It's me or Twitch has buffering issue. Look at that, Mike. Thin fucking eyes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Does the PC level editor mean possible level pack for console? You're thinking a bit too far. We have to go like on step 1 is like one little thing. We want to make this happen and just have like something separate for now, you know. One thing I said last week was one of my wet dream was that we can have well, we have like a contest every week where we select like a song, and we gonna yeah, we select one song and we all like try to make some level out of it. We all brainstorm around it and everything. And at the end of the week, we say, okay, this guy is a winner and wins a giveaway or something, you know. So that will be like in the far future. That's what I want to do. But again, baby step. We're just gonna start with that, and that's it. So after you apply for the form, if you get selected, what's gonna happen is you're gonna get farts. Yep. What's gonna happen is you're gonna get a key on Steam. And when you apply for that key on Steam, when you get that, if you go on Steam, okay, can I go through that? No. I just want to be sure to not share any info that you should not see. Hang on. Boom, like this. Love that song. I love that song. Okay. Okay, so I can share this. Boom! So on your Just Shapes and Beats things, you're gonna have like the DLC right over there. Be sure that it's checked and be sure that it's installed. When I tried on my side, I had to check and uncheck and check and uncheck that thing here. And yeah, and then it was installed. So what you can do after that, you go to properties, you go to local file, browse local file over here. So that's where you're gonna have the Just Shapes and Beats installed, and right aside the game will be the level editor right over there. So when you open that up, it's gonna install a virus and I'll take possession of your computer. No, it's gonna open the level editor. And again, we made it super clear over here. Boom. Hey, listen! So basically what we want to say is 3 things. We want to say that, you know, basically if your computer breaks and catches on fire, it's not our fault. You know, it's not gonna do it because we send the level editor to like 7, 8 people already during the development of Just Shapes and Beats. Never had any problem whatsoever. But you know, business suit important people told me that I had to put that there to be sure that we're clear. The other thing is this tool is for fun, you know, no money involved, just fun. We're not gonna use the level to make money without your permission, and we don't use this tool to make money on the side as well. All right, this is like, just have fun. That's it. So TLDR, don't sue us. And then at the end, if you want to share in the level so I can play them on the next Thursday, send them over there. My level, justshipsandbeats.com, blah blah blah. So by clicking this, you understand everything, all right? And then you got all the good stuff. All right. So are we good? I want to go back to the chat. Did I mess up, Mike? Did I said something back? Something bad? I actually messed up on one thing. Apparently, Iska Red Spider is a girl. So I don't know if I said man or dude or whatever, but did not want it to say like, you know, I'm a French speaker first. So sometimes my words get messed up. Sorry if I insulted you. But anyway, love your art nonetheless, and you're very close to my heart nonetheless. We've been chatting for the past 4 months or so yeah. So that's clear. Okay, so the level is there now. I actually gonna stop the songs. Oh, I love that song, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna stop it. That was abrupt. T'inquiète pas, mec, ça arrive à tout le monde. Merci. Yeah, right. I mean, you don't know if like it's an avatar and like a name like mine, right? Lash. Like, is it a girl, a dude? I don't know. I should always say dude. I should always say dude. That's my first mistake. Okay, level editor. Guys, I want to switch it up to this view over here so we can have like a clearer view of the level editor. And the thing is, when you start the level editor right over there. Boop. Okay, when you start the level editor here, there's a tutorial. Watch it on YouTube. So when you click over there, nothing happens. Why? Because we are in the tutorial right now. So I'm gonna go through all the things of the level editor right now. I'm gonna disconnect the latch tool, so like if somebody follows or subscribe, it's not gonna you know, appear on top. Oh, it's actually already done. Oh, okay, cool. So you know, if something happens, it's not gonna be on top. Yeah, I just want to make like a one thing tutorial, so then I can just like clip it up, put it up on YouTube, and plug it right over there. So we are in the tutorial right now. Let me see. Hang on. Okay. Sly is asking if I'm going to go back on Zombidle's coding. Probably not on stream. I did help Kojak a lot with the next update. Like in the I basically made the organ thing, like the under the hood thing for the coding, you know. So I worked in the darkness basically. He made the majority of the update, but I did do the first push somewhere. So I keep hitting it. I keep helping him here and there, but more in the dark, you know. And I like to have like one channel equal one game, you know. So here would be mostly just Ships and Beats. Kojak would be like mostly Zombidle, and then we're gonna have like we have plans for other people in Berserk as well to stream their own stuff. So I like to keep the stuff separated. Yeah. Pop. When the update? I actually don't know if we set up a date. I actually don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna go through it, guys. First thing first you need to do is you have to select a song. So if you go there, boop, you select a song. I'm gonna go to here and we're gonna pick Shirobon Fox. Boop. So it's loading. And now it's right over there. So now it's loaded and everything. This is the timeline. So you can see that this is the entire song right over here. It's up to 300 seconds. This is your timeline over there. So you can put your cursor whatever you want. You press play. And you're hearing music. Oh, wow, that's so beautiful. And next thing you want to do is just like click save and be able to save wherever you want. because I want to put that into junk, for example. Alright, GSB. No, I actually add one place. Just shapes and beats. This art. Where is it? Where is it? Fan art? No. Level design? Yes. There you go. Music Fox. Boom. Yes. Okay, so whenever I'm gonna do something, you can see that the button right over there is gonna be turn red. So it means that it's dirty and it needs to be saved. And if you just press Ctrl S, it's gonna save the thing. So whenever you do a change, boop, it's gonna go like this. And the cool thing is if you click it without saving, it's actually gonna save it. If you just click outside the window, it's actually gonna save it as well. Because I lost way too many levels in the past and now I made like autosave everywhere. So first thing first, that's it. And okay, so now the control here, you can drag this up and down if you want. Here is gonna be the meat of your stuff. So you have 4 enemies here and you have the checkpoints. I'm gonna click on the first enemy and you have this beautiful inventories of enemy here. And I'm gonna pick the square, for example. So what I can do is take the square and drag it up over there. I can pick a few squares like this. So when I play, wow, we got a square! OMG! Okay, so there we go. Here, the little scroll over here, you can pick the size to zoom in a little bit. So you can zoom into like a closer part. There we go. You can pick those square like individually, or you can make a rectangle selection thing. So you can move it around and everything. And the cool thing is if you press Alt on your keyboard, boom, it's gonna duplicate them. So that is very, very handy if you want to duplicate like a lot of them like this. Boom, like this. And then you press play. Oh wow, oh wow, it's beautiful. So there you go. That's it for that. There's the keyboard shortcut, by the way. You can press P to play, P to pause, and R is to record. You can see the button right over there. It goes like this. And R again. I'm gonna explain why right now. You can record the enemy on specific inputs. So I'm gonna click here to select an enemy. Boop. You can see that the enemy is right over there now. And if you click on IO, input output, you can say like, okay, whenever I press 1, it's gonna make this appear. So I'm gonna click on record. If I press play, it's not gonna happen. I have to press record here or press R. And then now every time I press, oh wow, that's beautiful. So that happens here. So you can select different one. Like I'm gonna take the walls, for example. If I take the walls here, boom, those are the wall like this. So if I say, okay, I want to create a walls, whenever I press 2, boom, 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 and I can put some square. Boom, boom, bah, boom, boom. Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay, so you can see here in the timeline over here, it can get messy. For example, if I take the wall over here and I drag it here, you can see there's 2 bars, one red and one blue. The red is the warning. I'm gonna pick another enemy because this one is a bit different. So I'm gonna pick the beam. Nope, not this one. This one. Boop. All right. So the beam is the enemy that just go like this. Oh, boom. Okay. So the red part is the warning part. That's where it's gonna start on the screen and tell the player, hey, how about you get out of this place? And it's gonna strike when it arrives right over here. So if I drag this up to like 0 warning, boom, there's like no chance to avoid that. It's just appear right in your face and that's it. Otherwise, it's gonna appear here and then strike there. You know, so when you press on the key, it's always gonna strike. If you press here and if you map it on the key and you press it, it's gonna start when the enemy strikes and not when the enemy starts with this warning. I don't know if that makes sense, but you can play around and check it out by yourself. And the blue part is how much time you want the enemy to stay on the screen. Boom! It stays on the screen and get out! So that's it for those 2 little handles over there. So there's a lot of enemy. I already trimmed down the enemies to the one that actually works. I had like 70. Actually, I think I have like 125 different enemies. However, some of them were bosses and everything. And since they are singular use, you know, I didn't put it into level editor. So I trimmed the fat to the enemies that actually works. So you have like a lot to work on. You'll be able to experiment with all of this. Before saying like it's over, because it's not over till it's over, what you can do is right click on the enemy. Boop, like this. If you right click to the enemy, you can see like all the bunch of parameters. So those are advanced option. You can see that the time of here, if I drag it up like this, you can see that it's gonna you know, change the time of the enemy, the warning, and the outro, you know? So those here are actually just shortcut to change those parameters over there. The position right now, if I tick this box, I'm gonna force the enemy to always appear at that place. If not, it's gonna choose a random place on the screen and, you know, just appear randomly somewhere. But if I want to say like, okay, I want you to always appear on this X, but choose the Y randomly, I can do that. Otherwise, I can say like, okay, I want you to always appear here. So when I do a preview, for example, you can see that, boom, it always appear here. You know, no matter what I do. So if I do this, for example, boom, 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 it always appeared there. So you can just pick this up here and apply it to whatever you want, wherever you want. Model side here, you can say like, okay, I want it to appear from the left, the right, the up and down. So if I say up, for example, it's always gonna strike like this. So in that case, up and down is always the same. But sometimes it makes some difference. Like for example, the wall, if it's from down, well, it's gonna appear from the down or for the upside. This parameter should not be there. And the size, it says, yeah, it says SIE. It's supposed to be size. But the thing is, I think that the font has not been embedded properly, so the Z is not there for some reason. That's bug number 1 for you. But yeah, basically size is there, so I can put that up to 500, bruh, you know, instead. So I can put that up to 1,500, boom. You know, so you can do whatever you want in there. Auto shake cam, that's pretty much self-explanatory. If I do like this, it's gonna shake the camera whenever it's gonna strike. If I remove it, it's not. Shake on idle, again, very self-explanatory. If I make it like this, is gonna shake on idle. And a visual, there's not much difference in this one, but there's some enemies there that you can pick a different visual. I'm gonna show you later. So now, one cool thing, let's say I want to make a curtains of beam, like boom, 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 one next to each other, all right? So I'm gonna say, okay, the sweet spot for the warnings, by the way, guys, the sweet spot is 2 seconds. After lots of playtests with a lot of people, 2 seconds is the sweet spot where it's difficult, but not like it's a long enough warning to the player to say like, hey, get the hell out of there. So 2 seconds, and it's milliseconds, by the way. So 2000 is 2 seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna say I want you to be there. Boom. Okay, I think I'm gonna decrease the size a little bit, and just the I'm gonna put like 200 just for the sake of this video. So boom. So one thing I can do if I want to make like boom, 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 one next to each other, I have 2 options. So option number 1, I can copy it like this and say, okay, you go there. And I can copy it again and say, okay, you go there. And you go there. So it's gonna work, but you can see that I'm not very good at placing stuff really distributed. So what I can do is select all of them. And now you can see that the parameters are for the elements, for 4 elements. So what I can say is pick the X axis here, and you can see all those bunch of little arrows over there. So basically this says I want you to be on the lowest value of the group that you've selected. I want you to be at the middle, at the end. I want you to distribute it evenly, and I want to revert the group. Okay, so before going there, I can click this here to remove all the warnings from the timeline here. So sometimes, just like in this case, it's easier to work without all those little handles like this, you know. So let's say I have a group like this, all right? And let's say that I am not very good at placing them very evenly, all right? So there we go. If I go to time and press the left one, boop, it's all gonna set them up on there on the lower bound. Control Z, by the way, guys, you can do the Control Z in this level editor. Okay. Does it work now? Okay. If I press this one, boop, it's gonna put it in the middle. If I press this, is gonna be on the right side, and this is gonna be evenly. So, boop, look at that. It makes a beautiful, beautiful, evenly. Yeah, beautiful even space right over there. So this is very, very helpful. So you can see now that... Hang on. Boom. And I got a bug for you. So you can see those, that's a bug, that's a non-bug. I don't know why this happened, but what you have to do in this time is say like, click the X and restart it. But the cool thing is it's gonna save your level because, you know. There we go. Okay, so now we're fixed. So, okay, so you can see that it's actually kind of on the music, but you know, it appears randomly on the screen. So what I'm gonna do is make them a little bit closer to each other. I can press left, I can use the arrow to put them like left and right, like this. Alright, so I'm gonna select all of them. Again, I'm gonna distribute them to be all evenly and beautiful. Yay! So you can see that beautiful rain of something over there. However, they're not going from left to right. So what I can do is use the same thing with the X over here. So now I have selected all those enemies, and I have all the subset of position in memory. And this is asking me, what do you want to do with that subset of numbers? So like the first numbers is maybe like this space here. Well, you can see the position right over there. Look at those positions, you know, it's all messed up. So if I click the X and say distribute, boop, it's all gonna be in the same place. Now the Y-axis is different, but I can say like, okay, boop, there we go. So now it's just beautifully distributed. So if I go back there, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. So I can play with that afterwards to make it like a different level from the right side, the left side, and everything. So there's that for that. Now, the problem with that technique is that it creates a lot of layers and a lot of really weird, like if I put that all on the same layers, it's like impossible to work with, all right? I want to Control Z all that thing. By the way, when you use Control Z, you have to unselect the that thing. So that thing opens up, unselect it, and do the Control Z again. I know it's annoying, but meh. Okay, so I have this. So one thing I can do now, I'm gonna go through the blue one afterwards. Enemy group creator, which is my favorite of them all. All right, so if I use that and I say, okay, this little enemy over here will create enemies, as it implies, as it says. So here I can say, okay, I want enemy beam. I want enemy beam, and I want you to create 10 of them. Alright, so what's gonna happen? Blah! It's creating 10 enemies right over there. Alright? So, okay, let's go fix that up. Here, the time is set to 0, but when it's within an enemy group, it's gonna take the time of the enemy group, and it's gonna apply it here, you know? So what I can do, if I say 500, for example, is going to be this number here plus 500. But what I can do now, since I don't want them to be all appearing exactly on the same second, I can use I. Okay, I is like in brackets. So you put I in brackets. What does that mean? That means that when the enemy creator will create the enemies, when he creates the first enemy, he will pass this number here, he will change it for 0. On the second enemy, he will change it for 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 up to 9. Because there is 10 and it starts at 0, and coders like to start at 0. So if I do it like this, it's gonna start at 0 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is calculated in milliseconds, so that means that they're basically all gonna be in the same time anyway. So what I can do though is put a formula. So I'm gonna multiply by let me put that, there we go, we can see better like this. Multiply by 100, for example. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. So you can see that this has been spaced a little bit, and I destroyed that. Okay, so so there's that for that. What I can say here again is like, okay, I want you to appear here. I want you to go on up like this. That was 0. That was like this. Shape cam, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and the X over here. Let's put this plus I multiply by 50. So the first one will be at 960. Next one will be at 1010, 1060. It's gonna increment by 50 right over there. So again, if I go there, oh my god! So you know, the cool thing is we made exactly what we did here with that enemy group over there. And the cool thing is we can just adjust what we want. Let's say, okay, I don't want them to appear, I want them to be more tight, you know, to go like pa 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 pa. So instead of 10 milliseconds between each, I'm gonna put 50 milliseconds each. So it's gonna be faster. Boom! Like this. Now, what if I say, okay, I don't want you to create 10, but I want you to create 20, and I want you to start at 500. Look at that! So it's really easy then to change some little tweaks here and there with that. One more cool thing you can do is if I'm going here, you can see that the enemy group here warning is 1,000, but inside is 2,000. So even if I put like 0 warning, it's gonna create a warning. Why, you say? Why? Because I've put 0 there on the enemy group, but here it doesn't say use this number over here. It just says use 2,000. So if I say here in bracket, I say warning like this, it's gonna use its parent warning. So if I try it again, boom, there's no warning anymore. If I just put the handle there, it's gonna use this warning over here. Same thing with outro. If I say 0 outro, it's not gonna use it. Or let's say like I'm gonna use like a huge outro. Here I'm gonna say outro there. So it should be working. Whoop. So it all works for that. So enemy group is your best friend. I made lots of levels only with that. It helps you create very cool things. Like for example, I'm gonna take beam from everywhere. The difference between beam and beam from anywhere, it basically says it. Beam from anywhere, you can specify a location here, and it's gonna appear right from there. So sometimes it kind of don't make sense, you know? You can see here, it appears there, not really sense over there. You can change the visual. If you change the visual over here, yeah, it makes more sense. Boom. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense to put it like right in the middle. However, okay, let's say I put that right in the middle. Boom! Alright. So I have rotation offset here. Let's say that instead of rotation offset 0, I'm going to put it at an angle of 45. Boom! Yay! So again, let's take the enemy group and use what we've learned to create a cool thing. So I'm gonna say, let's put 10. And the parameter here, I'm gonna say use my parent X, use my parent Y. Here I don't care. Rotation offset, I multiply by 36. Why? Because the degree is 360 degrees. So the first one is 0, and then 36, and then blah, 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 up to, it's basically 360 divided by 10. So it's gonna make like an evenly rotation, and it's gonna be beautiful, I promise. So if I go like this, multiply by 50, put, and here I'm gonna say user gonna be here. Look at that! Wow! It's actually even. So that's one case where the auto shake cam is kind of weird, because like your enemy. No, it's actually, yeah, it's actually cool. You know, the camera's just like, well, hovering around. So yeah, if I want to put that to 20 instead, and I want to change that to 18. Oh my god! Ah! I'm tripping, dude. I'm gonna put the size to 300. Holy shit! Whoa! Yay! Okay, so the cool thing here, you can combine enemies. Let's say that instead of doing this, I want them to appear all at the same time, like this. Okay, so they appear all at the same time. Boom! To warn the player, and let's say that I don't make any warning. Hang on. Let's say I don't make any warning. I'm gonna take a parent warning. It goes like this. Boom! Alright. And I'm gonna create a black hole in the middle here. And I'll put it at the same place. 640, 360, 640, 360. Boom! How about the size? I'll put it like this instead. Okay, so that makes no sense, but you know, you can work with that a little bit. Or one thing that I like to do is use an enemy group like this, and then use Mr. Round Spike. Round Spike is your enemy. If you use that here. Okay, I'm gonna show you Round Spike alone first. Put. Okay, so Round Spikes, what it does, put, it just appear a very simple circle, you know? Very, very simple. But you can play with the size of it and say like, wow, dude! With the speed and the direction. So 0 is always on the right, and then 360 goes back. So if I want it to be up, that makes it 90, 180, and then 270. So it's gonna go up. Way! Okay, so I'll put it like 100 first. And yeah, the thing I want to do is this. Whoop. Enemy, this is the Round Spike. Again, I'm gonna use my parent X, my parent Y. The direction here, I'm gonna say I multiply by 18. I want to create 20 of that. I want you to be at this place and this place. So right in the middle. So you are right in the middle, and you here is gonna create a bunch of spikes. All right, let's try it out. Boom! Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Again. Shwee! Oh, wow. So now I can say like, oh, I actually want it to be like way faster. Come on, impress me. Boom! Cool. What about if I create 3 of that? And then I say I want them to be distributed evenly like this. Boom, boom, boom! Oh, wow, it's so beautiful. What about if I want to say, create them, please, but just with a little delay between all of them. And instead of 20, I'm gonna put like 60. So it's gonna be like complete back, and the speed will be like 15. Alright. Whoa! I'm having Fall Alone. Sweet. So, yeah, that's about it. I've been showing and hiding this for a while. This is end. If you press end, it's gonna appear and disappear. If you want to test your level, there's two little things over here, right over there. First is make me appear, so I can actually play the level. And the second one is destroy all. So if there's a bunch of enemy on the screen that just like this, you can say like destroy all. Boom. When you create stuff with the enemy group, by the way that it works is whenever this timeline hits the enemy group, it's gonna add them on the timeline. And if you just like, let's say I use this, okay? I stop it up here, but the memory of the spawn that needs to be created are still on the timeline. So if I press P again, boom, it's gonna do this, alright? So let's say that I press P here and I stop and I'm like, oh no, I don't like it. I go back. The spawns are still in memory. The enemies are still in memory. I go it again, boom. So those are now added to the memory as well. I'm gonna put that 3 times. They're still added to memory. So if I finally press P, they're all gonna appear at the same time. You know, now they were one on top of each other, so we could not really see it. But just be aware that whenever you create an enemy, you might want to just like take your timeline and go like just clear them up from the memory. It's ugly, I know, but yep, that's how it works. Okay, so that thing here makes you try the level, so you can actually, you know, test it out. This is the destroy all, I said it already, and if you press test level, well, guess what? It's gonna make you test your level. Boom, it starts from the beginning. It starts from the beginning, and if you die, you die. It's gonna use the rewind thing. You know, I'm losing HP here. I'm losing health for real. And yeah, I can play now. There's like nothing here. Yeah, it's not really a big level, but you see what it can do. Okay, one more thing is those blue those blue things are actually effect. So I'm gonna take beat. Beat is very easy. Beat only affect the camera. So if I say nothing happens. What the hell? Is that cam beat? Ah, it's cam beat. Okay, so beat, okay, disregard beat is gonna be removed. Beat doesn't work. Alright, so cam beat instead. So you can see that the camera is just wobbling a bit. And again, if you go to beat here, you can say, no, I want the camera to go down instead, and I want it to be like very loud. So instead of being like a small one. Oh my god! Whoa, 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 whoa! So you can help with that, you know. Sometimes you can create a pattern of enemies that goes, that makes sense, but you miss that feel of like to the beat. So just adding the camera beat makes it beautiful. So there's that. There's also the camera shake, which is basically the same thing. Again, like if I go to this thing that creates, boom! You know, it misses some oomph, so I can use the cam shake here. I'm gonna drag that up here, and I'm gonna say like 50 by 50. Whoa! So you can see that it shaked a little bit. You're gonna add more of that if you want. Blah, blah, blah. The other one, camera move, will actually make the camera start to move, and it will never stop. Even if you stop the music, the camera will continue. So you have to have like another camera move to put it at 0, 0 to make the camera stop. And the camera position, again, like at the middle, if you use that, you have to reset the camera position at 0, 0 at the beginning of your level, because it's gonna think that it's still like everywhere and everything. Grav, no, here, effect grav. Grav is basically the gravity. So if I use a spike, I put it there, and I say your speed is at 0. Okay, now it appeared there. Let me put it over there. Let me put this bigger. Boom! So it appears there. And if I click grav, oh, look at that, there's gravity now. So if you look at gravity here, you can apply all the, again, the parameters you can play with, down, left, right, blah, blah, blah. It's only gonna affect the enemies, and it always gonna affect, like, you can select the target. So by default, it's all, but you can select by name. So by name, you have to specify a name here, and by type, you have to select, like, okay, I want only the exploding red spikes over here that will do it. So if I go by name, and I say square, I want to say like spike 1, for example, nothing happens. Why? Because this is not a spike 1. You can put the name over there. So now it's a spike 1. Yay! Oh my god! Okay, so what if I put like 3 of them? The first one will be there, the second one will be there, and the third one will be there. I'm gonna take the second one and say this is spike 2. So I have spike 1, spike 2, and spike 1. What do you think will happen? Oh my god! So there you go. So that's for the effect. There's grav, and there's also vx, vy, which is the velocity. So you can say like, okay, just use the speed. And there's like a lot of combination of stuff that I did not try. So if you like, it may create weird event and weird behavior if you're trying to bypass the speed of something that doesn't have any speed or something like that. Go ahead and break it up, my friend. That's it. Message is something, because when I made levels, when I made bosses especially, I created a bunch of classes, a bunch of stuff that was like that were unique. So if I, for example, the boss was just appearing and punching the ground, boom, 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 to know if the animation was in sync with the music, I manually placed some message. So the message was conveying the information to the boss and say like, okay, now you should punch on the other side, It's basically, if you're a programmer, it's basically calling a function, and that's it. However, let me see if there's one of them that I can use. I think this one, the spectrum bar. Okay, so I have a spectrum bar here that just dance, woo, like this. So beautiful. This one, I believe, can listen to pulse. I believe. I'm not sure. Let's see. Nah. Yeah, you can see that it pulsed. So if, for example, I say, okay, I want to send a message of pulse to all every time I click 4. So I'm sending the message to this little character over here that I want him to pulse a little bit. Again, I can specify, you know, by name, by type, blah blah blah. So I can have, for example, an enemy group of this thing over there that covers half of the screen, and then make them pulse on the music and add something in the middle. Kind of how we did with Into the Zone, basically. Like each side was doing like and like mini gameplay. So that can help doing that. So yeah, last thing you need to know is you have to put some checkpoints, and that's basically you know, self-explanatory. You put a bunch of checkpoints, and the last one will be the stage ending. So if you only have one checkpoint, it's gonna be a boss battle, you know. But basically, the checkpoint Usually I have like 3 checkpoints or something like that. Oh, a level must be around 120 seconds max. Some levels are like, it's between 90 seconds and 2 minutes. A minute and a half and 2 minutes. That's between them, you know. So you don't need to create a level that covers the entire song. For example, this song by Fox here, it's like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. So in this case, I wouldn't cover the entire song, just like 2 minutes, because more than that, it's like kind of a boss battle. Like 2 minutes is a nice spot where you give like a nice challenge to the player, but if he fails at like minute 7, at least he doesn't have to go back and redo the entire thing. So yeah, for that. So guys, I think that's covered up. I think that covers it up. You guys have any question? Because I don't want to go through all of the enemies. It will take forever. You can play with that. If you guys have any question, let me know. And yeah, for Stairway to Heaven. So otherwise, that will be the end of the tutorial. If you have any question, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, if you have any question, hop on Latch.tv or Berserk.tv every Thursday at 2 p.m. EST. Like if you poke me on Twitter or something like, hey, how does it work? I'm probably not gonna respond. I'll just say like, hey, well, wait until my stream, because I'm working on other stuff, you know. I'll be focusing on actually creating levels, and if I try to respond to every one of you, I won't be making anything anymore. So I'm gonna reserve all the question and facts for during those stream over here. So Latch.tv or Berserk.tv, 2 p.m. EST on Thursdays. That's what's gonna happen. I had a question. I asked it before, but is it possible to add more attacks to the editor? Right now, no-ish. 2 things. First, the collision don't always work. Sometimes if you don't get hit, don't be like, let it go anyway. The collision doesn't work like it's not crisp on the editor. But don't worry, I'm more interested to see like the visual pattern, and you can actually play it to see if it's fair anyway. So first, that was that, and the second is there's something here called Load External Swift. That is super advanced expert mode, but what you can do is right click here and load an actual Swift. So if I open Animate, sorry. Okay, so if I open Animate and I create, hello, okay, I want to create a beautiful character. FF20. Let me create a beautiful character. I am very not a drawer, an artist. I'm not a drawer as well, but hey. Butch. Oh wow, that's so beautiful. Okay, so I create that little dude over here. I want to put it at 0, 0. Alright, and what I'm gonna do is create an actual animation. Oh wow, look at them dance. It's so beautiful. Whee! Okay, so I have an animation here. What I can do is export that. Sorry, I'm gonna put that into desktop junk GSB level editor external Swift test. Control Enter. Alright, so what I have now is an actual Swift. So if I click here, I say load. I go take my GSB level editor thing. It should work. Way! Whoop. At the end, it's gonna destroy itself at the end of the outro. That's why it disappeared. Yay! Of course, you won't have any collision with it. That's like impossible to do, unless, well, impossible. That would be possible, but I don't want to create like a freaking insane thing only for that. So you can do some visual over there by doing so. You have to create, it's gonna load the stage and it's gonna put it here on the level editor. So if you put that there, it's gonna start here and put it there, all right? So even if you say, I want you to be here, it's gonna appear over there because you've put it there. So be sure that it's at 0, 0. And yeah, it's gonna disappear at the end of the outro like this. So you can do some stuff like this. You can apply rotation, so it's gonna start like on different size. And I believe you can use the enemy group as well, but maybe not. Like I never use that because you know, I have access to, like, I can create whatever I want, right? I can open up the level editor, look at all the wires, and unplug whatever I want and do it, you know. So, but I still made that able for other tester out there. So that works. That works. Not the collision, but that works. I'm craving to make my freshling into a boss. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Destroyers of speakers. Sweet. Someone give Smiley Boy a hat. So yeah, I think that that concludes the entire tutorial, I believe. It's been a while I've been talking. So I had that. I wanted to ask him a question. Oh yeah. Okay, for the song this week, let's talk about the contest. All right, let's talk about what we want, like the homework part. You guys are still here? How many of you are here yet? Ah, yeah, sweet. Ah, thanks. That's really cool that you guys have been laying around during that entire tutorial thing. Yeah, I can create whatever I want. Yeah, I can destroy it afterward. Okay, so for the contest slash for whatever we were gonna do today, and not today, but this week, we're gonna pick Shirobon's music. I don't know if Shirobon is still here. I may have scared him away with my entire tutorial. If you're still here, hey Shirobon! What I want to do is pick music, Shirobon. There you go. Fox. Today will be Fox. That's what we. Ah, yeah. There you go. Shirobon. Thank you very much. So today, guys, not today, but this week, we're gonna make a level out of Fox. So what I want you to do to be sure that we're all on the same page, to be sure that we all share the same TXT, because when you're finished with the level, just send the .txt. You know, when you do the save as here, you can only send the .txt, and that's it. But I don't want to start like, oh, pick whatever song you want, because I'm gonna have like a folder of 1,000,000 MP3s and TXT, and not for now. Let's start small. I prefer that we all work on the same song and see like who's the best. So I think it's gonna be better that way, and also it allows us to make an artist of the week. So what we're gonna do, guys, since artists are awesome and I love them, especially Shirobon here, what you have to do to enter the contest properly. There we go. Is that this one? There we go. So you go over there. Boom. That is the album that we're gonna use, and Fox over here is the song that we're gonna use. So what I want you to do is click on that button here that says buy track. Why? Because the money will actually go directly to Shirobon. So I think that's a nice way to enter the contest, you know? You can also buy the album directly. I would suggest that you buy the album because the album is freaking amazing. And I actually bought it yesterday, no joke. So the album is fucking great. Where? There's a button here somewhere. You can, streaming and download. Is that because you own this? Ah, there you go. Proof. Proof of my love. There's a literal heart right over there, Shirobon. So go buy the album and take the Fox, the Fox MP3 right over there. So we all gonna be on the same page when you send the TXT, and it's gonna be the prize to entrance. You know, the prize to enter the contest is to buy Shirobon's album. So I wish that, you know, because one thing I want to do with Just Shapes and Beats a lot is to not only give exposure, but at least like give something in return as well, you know, something financial as well. Because exposure is great, but there's an awesome Exposure, Explosum. This one. That is the best comic ever, alright? Think he's talking about Exposure. Hey, you're an artist, right? Yeah. Will you illustrate my comic book idea? There's no money involved, but it'll give you lots of exposure. Oh, cool. Speaking of exposure. I love it, alright? So exposure is great, but, you know, I like when there's actually... the artist can actually pay his bill, you know. So by making the entry for the contest that you have to buy the artist's album, I think it's a big win-win-win situation. I showed this one way too much, I know, right? But oh, is there a subreddit for exposure? Is that true? Wow. Oh yeah, I want to put the music back. I'm just gonna lower it in my ears. Let me know if it's too loud, guys, by the way. Hey, Latch, look on Twitter and mark you on the meme template, the Switch cover for GSB. Can I do that? Can I do that? So again, at the end, if you want to participate, let's go that from the beginning. First, a dude must complete a form via this link over there. So you're gonna be there for a form because we just want to have like your Twitter handle, your Discord handle as well, because we're gonna create like a separate channel, a top secret channel where we're gonna invite people individually. So we can exchange TXT over there, or you know, just exchange tricks and everything. So that's the first thing. If you get picked, you're gonna get a key. We're gonna select an handful of people. Like it's not gonna be open to everyone to just like send their stuff. You may not get it this time. Again, baby steps. We want to open up with a small group of people, and then next week go like bigger and bigger and bigger. If everything goes well, if everything is on fire, we can just unplug the entire thing and pretend it never happened. But I think that everything will be, fine. I think that I don't see how it can go wrong, basically, you know, especially that we make like zero money out of it, except the artist. So it's like win, 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 win. So yeah, it is like what, $5, I believe. Your album was like $5 or something like that. $5, guys, come on. You can actually give like 10 here. You can actually donate a little bit more. All right, let's do that. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna select them over the weekend because again, it's like version 0.1. It's v0.1. So baby step. And fourth is send your level on my levels. No, my level just shapes and beats, beats.com, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna say 4. To participate in the contest, go buy Shirobon's album. Knottis. 5. This week's song is Fox. That's about it. Mike, shouldn't that info be for all people participating, not everyone? What, the my level thing? This one? Well, I actually shared it already, so it's already public. I bought a game twice. Thanks, That Last Gamer, man. Thank you very much. Guys, I want to take like a 5-minute break. I just want to be sure that my kids are supposed to be back from school, so I just want to be sure that everything is fine because my wife was supposed to get them. But just in case, you know, I just want to check it out. So let's just enjoy a little 5 minutes of break, and then I'll come back and we're actually gonna show you what is my process of creating a level, like how how do I actually try to think and place enemy on the screen and force myself to do stuff. I'm gonna be that right in an instant. 5 minutes, guys, alright? I'll be right back. I love you all. Gentlemen, what a special guest! What a special guest! Coucou! Coucou! C'est toi qui es là! C'est juste là. Qu'est-ce que tu fais de mon vidéo? Qu'est-ce que tu fais de mon vidéo? Tu vas là? Oh! Ja, kijk hoe was dat hier.
Oui,
petit, petit. Bongi, 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 bongi. Ja, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Tiens, voilà. Non, papa, il faut qu'il travaille. Oui, t'es tout petit. T'es tout petit. Oui. Ok. Peux-tu non, je peux pas te demander téléphone. Attends, il me reste environ 1 heure. Ok? Oui, pas tantôt. 1 heure. 60. Ça va être bon tantôt.
Ben, moi, c'est une pause de rang.
Ah, ok, c'est bon. Ah, t'as pas le droit de regarder les écrans, non? Il y en a 1, 2, 3, 4. T'as l'écran. Bye, mon homme. Alright, I'm back. I'm back-ish. Close the door! Well, alright, there you go. Okay, so where were we? Where were we? Hey, Monkey Man, how you doing? How you doing? Have you been here? Did you just arrive? You forgot to look on Twitter. Yeah, sorry. Here we go. Was that? Where? Was that? Where? We'll buy again? What is that? Too funky mode. Nice. Featuring Virgil from Devil May Cry series? Oh my god! And Knuckles. They're all there! Everybody's here! Pretty cool. Thanks, man. Sweet. Okay, I want to go back to creating some beautiful levels. Shall we? Okay, first, I'm gonna stop the music. Stop. Second, I'm gonna reopen the thing. So again, guys, if you want to participate in the contest, for those of you who will be selected for the level editor pre-alpha broken edition, to enter the contest, you have to go buy Shirobun's Dimensions album. If you go right over there, Shirobun's album is freaking amazing. This one, I just discovered this one this week. So yeah, guys, go there, buy it. If you do participate or not, you know, he deserves all the money, he deserves all the love. Shirobon is our artist of the week. We love him. And yeah, we really definitely love the Into the Zone one. There was also Hack the Mainframe, Shirobon, that I was this close to use. It was on my playlist for a long time, and I had like a special place in my heart for it. But it didn't make the cut at the end. However, probably gonna do it someday. Is it there somewhere? Into the Zone there. I was sure there was the Hack the Mainframe was there as well. Nope. Anyway, it was on my list on my iPod. So tell me what you really want. I wanna go and try to create something. Try to make a level. I have about like 30 minutes or so. So I just want to let you like on the process. I'm probably not gonna have anything interesting in 30 minutes because one thing that I hate is to be creative on the spot. That's not that I hate, but be creative on the spot puts you in a very, very tight position. Like it's like asking a clown, okay, be funny, and watching him, right? It's like it has to grow, it has to come organically. And whenever I had to like, okay, I have to finish 5 levels by the end of the week, I was crying in terror and agony. It was like, no, there was some levels that I was really into it and like, boom, 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 and just making everything right there. But the majority was me forcing myself and trying to, force myself to sit down on that chair and try to come up with nothing. I had a week, like one of the hardest week job related in my life, where I had to make one level per day for like 5 or 6 days in a row. I think I made 7 in 7 days, and it was painful. I woke up in the morning and said, okay, what song do I pick and what should I do? And I was trying to create something. Everything on the screen was very bad. It was boring as hell. And it was like 4:30 p.m. I had worked for like 8 hours. Nothing was good. And then, boop, I could see a spark. I'm like, oh, I think I got something. So then I start with that spark and like change the entire level out of it. So it's happened. It happens a lot of time where I start something, I don't know where I'm going, but I want to create stuff and just chasing that little spark. And sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I got a visual theme, I got something, and I go back and erase all the stuff, and I make it spill from that little spark. So that's how I work when I have a creative downtime. I don't know where to start, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So again, being creative on the spot is hard. Imagine doing it in front of like 200 people. Yeah. So that's another thing. So maybe what we're gonna do today will be boring. I don't know, but let's find out. Let's find out. That's what I always think every time I start a new level. I'm like, this sucks. This level sucks. But at the end, I'm able to do something. So there's an alpha for the editor. How do we sing up? I heard about a contest. Yep. So basically here, a dude must complete form via this bit.ly GSB editor sign up. Oh, there we go. Announcement on Discord. You can check it out there. Sweet. Boot. Okay, so do I have Fox there? Is that Fox? Ah, shit. Okay, you can see right now that okay, I have a two computer setup. All right, and the thing is, after a while, computer 2, my laptop right over there, you can see my laptop right there, professionally placed on the floor. It shares audio to my streaming device, which is this one over there. So this one and this one, you can see that I'm streaming over there. And after a while, I don't know why, but the audio is in sync, is not sync anymore. So you could have seen that right there, where I just like press play and nothing was happening for like 5 seconds, and then it started to play. So there was a huge delay. It's like impossible to work if you want to try to put stuff in sync. So, you know, I just restarted the thing. Everything is fine, guys. By the way, by the time I explained it, we're already done, and we're somewhere else. GSB platform, GSB, stop this. Oh yeah. Cancel. Is it this one? Yeah, this one. GSB over here. Whoa! Slack? No, please. Fucking Slack that opens it itself. Okay, so I had GSB, platform, Unity, tools, team, level editor, this. That was a mouthful. Can you show us the damaged keyboard? Oh yeah, I can do that. Hang on. Be right back. There we go. Oh, the thing is, this is a green tape. Look at that. It's so broken that it defies gravity and physics. That's so beautiful. But you can see there's a bunch of, I don't know how to call that, kind of nails. There's actual holes in it. You know, you can see me through it. Cuckoo! And it actually works. There's a bunch of keys that doesn't work. Well, obviously those one doesn't work, but if I plug it, some of the keys actually do work. So yeah. It breaks the physics. I know, right? It got broken out of oblivion. Boop, 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 boop. C'est vraiment s'il a fait quoi au clavier, il a bâti une maison avec. Go check out my my trailers. I made 2 trailers for the Just Shapes and Beats thing, the Just Shapes and Beats teaser, and I can show you really quickly. Does the thing works? Yes. Okay. YouTube. GSB teaser 2, I guess. No, Berserk Studio YouTube. Well, that works. Yeah, this one. I'm working on a game with shapes and beats. It's called Just Shapes and Beats. So that was the first one. I'm still working on Just Shapes and Beats. So 4 years later, what else can we expect from Just Shapes and Beats? Well, let me tell you all that. Etc. You can check it out on Google. Don't want to play it. I don't want to scare away from making a level. Alright. Okay, so first thing I do is I listen to the song, obviously. But let's just listen to the first 120 seconds. So the first 2 minutes. And see what we can do. Okay, let's just let the music sink in, alright? This is Fox by Shirobon, by the way. Go buy his album, now! Okay. So you can see that the whole thing. I can see that like a bunch of spikes spiraling around, go like projectile that goes all over the place. So probably like start on top or something like that. So making like something crash and then something like that could be nice. Ah, fuck. Shut up. So we're past the 120 seconds. So normally, like right now, it doesn't slow down at this point over there. So I have two choices at this point. Either I will cut the music, I will go to audition, and I will start to cut the music here and there. For the contest, I don't want that to happen, you know, because again, like I don't want to receive a shit ton of MP3s. So like for the contest, let's just like force ourselves to work with what we have. So yeah, it doesn't like organically slow down at this point. So I can stop at 80 here. You can see that here it slows down by itself. So that will be a nice place to finish the level. It's 85 seconds though, so it's kind of short, and I love the comeback. The comeback is amazing. I love it. So the cool thing about the song is it does something I really love. Is like it presents one piece of song, you know, one melody, and then it grows on that melody, and then there's like a big impact, you know. So that little bap, 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 bap. It's exactly the same as the thing at the beginning. Where? Okay, so it's okay, so it's not exactly the same thing. However, you can see that the instrument piles up. You know, my points stay the same. The instruments piles up. It introduced one element. It introduced only one element, one instrument, and then another one, and then another one. Plays with them a bit. Go down, introduce like all of them together. Just jump back. The cool thing is you can do exactly the same with the levels. So you start with one thing and then exploit that thing, go down, and then just like throw a shit ton of that thing in the screen. So when I do a level, I try to find a visual theme or a level or an enemy or something like that I will be able to just reproduce and exploit. So in the case of Cheat Code, it was like an enemy that was shooting a square that was shooting stuff by its corners. It was that enemy over there. Whoop. So it was doing this, and it was shooting stuff from it. There we go. Oh, beautiful! Look at that. So that was the enemy that I was playing with Cheat Code. And then I just work with that enemy all like it was. I put it in the middle, and I put like a column of it, and then a row. I put a shit ton on the side, one huge one on each corner, one big one in the middle that turns. So I was always just exploiting one enemy, and that creates the most interesting level in my book. When you only have one thing. Or you know, one or two, it creates a visual theme, and that's where it's getting interesting, because like the players say like, oh, I recognize this, but now it's being used in a creative way, like in a way that I was not expecting. So you're kind of breaking the expectation of the player out of just one enemy, you know. Thanks for the bit, my friend. So yeah, and now I don't know where to start at all. So I'm gonna go back at the beginning, press play, and I said at the beginning of the level that I said I see a bunch of like spirals like this. So I'm gonna start with that. Enemy group. Let's put an enemy here. I'm gonna put a not exploding spikes. Round spikes. Round spikes. Let's put 12. Or let's put 20 of them. Vid Strickland, what up? What the fuck? I did not expect that. Okay, okay. It scares me. Mommy, the monster scares me. Round spikes, yes, direction here. So it's gonna be this multiplied by 20, no, by 18. Actually, it doesn't mind, so I'm gonna put like 17. So I can create like 60 out of that, and I'll put like, I'm gonna start at 100, and I wanna say minus I. So it's gonna start very big and then it's gonna slow down in size. It's gonna make something interesting. And let's try something stupid. This divided by 10. So the speed will go up as the thing progresses. Oh, do we have a bit train? I believe we have a bit train. So round spikes doesn't have any warning, so I'm gonna close this one. And let's see what this does. Whoa! Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Hang on. X, Y, and I will put that over. Hey! I'll put that over there. Boop. Wow! I forgot to say. Okay. Here was a bit weird. I'm gonna close this, I'm gonna put that there. And I forgot to make a delay out of it, so this multiplied by 10. Let's try that. Whoa! Okay, that was a bit too fast. Calm down. That's weird. So that's hard to understand what's happening. I think I'm gonna have to revert the two of them. So start small and finish big instead. Let's try that. Oh yeah. Oh, it actually liked that. Oh, that creates something cool. So the speed. Okay, the speed is a bit too. At the end, like it's way too much slow. I cannot do that. Destroy. But look at that. That's pretty cool. Nice. I like that effect. Okay, so let's put that now on the bottom. Nice. So the delay or the duration of the thing is actually accurate as well. You can see. Okay, that was good the first time. I like it. However, I think that the size should be a bit lower at the beginning. Nice. 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 Let's try with other visual. The spikes were cool. The fuck is that? Good luck, right? Alright. Oh, that's cool. Squares. Squares are cool. I never used those. Those are gears. They're cool, but it's a little bit too much symbolic, you know? I like when it's simple shapes, but I don't like when it's actually icons, you know? Like, for example, if I put a clock, you know, an icon of a clock, that will be way too much like a symbol. Well, there you go. I like when it's simple shapes, but not symbols. So, like a gear like this is just like, bleh. Bleh. Unless it's very, very thematic of the levels, kind of like when it was in Factory, it was like big gears and everything. That was working. The plus are nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the spikes because I like it. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna make another one here. And this one, how about... Okay, so I like when stuff is very evenly put on the screen. So first, the screen is 1280 by 720. So I'm gonna put it like exactly in the middle vertically. And this thing here, I'm gonna put 960. And I think it's 360, is that it? No, I think Hang on. So it's actually this number I'm trying to do. Is that doesn't sound correct? No. Ah, there we go. So it was 960. Okay, 960, and this one will be 320. The reason is I separate the screen in 4. Hey, thank you very much, man. C64. Thank you very much for the bits. So I separate that in 4. So if I do this, that is equal 1280. So I want the first one to be on the right side, boom, like this, and the second one to be on the left. You know, so I can play with that a bit. Okay, now I'm gonna make a camera shake as well. Probably like 25 will be good enough, and another one here. So it doesn't show really much because there's no player, but let me put a player. Ah, come on. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So now the cool thing is when I present a new enemy on the screen, I always put it on the right side. Always. Because the player starts on the left and there's a non-written rules in Just Shapes and Beats that enemy always come from the right. It's not 100% accurate, but whenever I want to present an enemy on the screen, I start on the right, because usually you're stuck on the left side, right? You feel scared to progress, so you're just like on your side, just guarding your side on the left. Anyway, that was maybe a little too much of an interpretation, but usually people are on the left. So by doing that, that's cool. However, right now, if I start the level and I just play around, boom, it's impossible for me to understand this. So there's nothing that tells me get the hell out of that. So what I'm gonna do is put a black hole just before that. So the black hole right over there. I told earlier that 2 seconds is basically the sweet spot. So there we go. Now all of them, I'm gonna put them exactly on the same number, so they're all gonna strike at the same time. And this here, my friend, I'm gonna put you at the same place as before, the same place as I told before. So I'm gonna put this, and I'm gonna put like a huge sides. So it's gonna tell the player, get the hell out of there! Rah! You know? Now the circle is way too much. Like, I prefer to give the attention to what's being expelled, like what's being thrown by the circle, than the circle itself. So so I'm just gonna decrease the outro here. Nice, that was cool. Maybe a little bit too much as well. Again. Yeah, there's something I don't like about it. There's something I don't like. I'm gonna put 250 instead, and you know, instead of just one, I'm gonna put 2 of them just to create an effect. Yeah. Nah, I don't like it. That's nice. I think it's just too big actually, so I'm gonna put like 240. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now you see that, whoa, it's not totally at my taste. Like, I don't really like it still, but I have to move on. Whenever I tend to be way faster to stop trying to just nail that little part of it here and just move on. You know, so I don't like it that much. I think it sucked. I think it sucked a bit. It's good enough, right? It's good enough. But I have to move on instead of just like spending the entire day I'm trying to make this happen. Because most of the time, if I do that, I find a visual theme later on, or a spark, where I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I got it, and then I erase everything I did at the beginning. So I know that happened a lot of time, so I'm just gonna move on to the next thing. Okay, so that works. So now what I do, since I already associated the sound to that kind of enemy, I'm just gonna duplicate that everywhere because I know that that is my base. I told the player, hey, when you hear that song, that sound, that's what's gonna happen. So I have to stick to it. So it's gonna help me have some kind of a standard or like a backbones for the rest of the song, you know. So I don't know what I want to go there. So I'm just gonna reiterate on the same thing. When you're creating the level, sometimes you're just like, I don't feel like it's creative enough, you know. That feels like it's very repetitive. However, it's normal. That's very normal because you're not playing it and you know it by heart. When you're playing it, you are like, first you're panicking, you don't know what's gonna happen, and you don't even just pay attention to what's happening visually on the screen. You're too busy trying to survive, you know. So it's actually good to have some repetitive pattern when you're playing, because the player will say, oh, I know what's coming, and it's gonna feel good by avoiding it properly. Properly, yeah. So I'm just gonna repeat exactly the same thing. If I want to create, like, I could make one here instead, you know, like left, right, up, down. I could do that, but for now, I'm just gonna repeat everything. Move on, move on, move on. Okay, so one thing I can see here, okay, like at 0, 0, 0 here, there's one as well. So I could put, whoops. Oh, okay, yeah. This one's warning, could not do it. Okay, so I could put one as well here. But since it's at 0, 0, 0, I'm not gonna put it like right there because the player might be hovering around here. So I'm gonna put it like here, like right on the top right, not the top right, but on the farthest right. I can. So that's cool enough. And you know, actually, whoa, 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 whoa. Did I mute it or? No, it's right over there. Oh yeah, I forgot to. There we go. So, okay. Okay, nice. So the guy is busy enough, you know? So on the beat, one thing that I could do, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take the beams like this. And I want to show you what not to do first and then what to do. So every time I press 5, I'm gonna make a beat. So I recorded that. Okay, like this. So the first one here, I'm gonna delete it because it's way too soon. Okay, so I'm gonna put back the warnings, and you can see that now my point is there's gonna be way too much stuff on the screen. It's gonna be cacophonic. It's gonna be hard to the player to understand where should I put my attention. You know, there are the round spikes, there's the beam that I need to avoid, and there's like what's gonna come into next, you know? So there's way too much stuff on the screen right now. What I can do, first the beam goes in all direction. So what I could do instead is go and say, okay, I'll go up instead, you know? Instead of just go on whatever direction you want, always be on up. So that could be good, however, I think it's still gonna be too much chaotic. Yeah. It's actually following me, and I don't know why. Is that because of the percentage of play? I thought I had removed that. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, you know, when I present the stuff, it's way too much chaotic. So I have 2 enemies on the screen right now. It's way too much. Present one thing at a time, always. So I'm gonna start here. So the first one doesn't really count because you just started, you just Mo, thank you very much for the host, my friend. At 0-0 it doesn't really count because you're just starting up. So boom, it's like, okay, what's that? I forgot to put the warning. Again. Okay, what's that? The song is starting. All right, boom. Oh, okay. It starts from those thing over there. So I reiterate that point a couple of times until I'm sure it's gonna work. And actually, you can see the music is shifting at this point here. There's more instrument going there, and I feel that reiterating the same thing 3 times is the magical number for the player to say like, okay, I know, if I see that shape of warning, that's gonna happen, and then I add another element to it. So here, those bars, I'll punch a bunch of them like this, and I'm just gonna distribute it, put like this. So it's probably not gonna be on time or on beat. And now the beat, not the beat, but the, yeah. There's no warning, damn it. Boom, 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 boom. So having it only vertically works. I'm gonna continue on that pattern because I like it. I think it's a nice pattern that we have here. At least we have something different, you know. I don't think it's something that's unique right now, but it's definitely feeling that it's on the beat, it's on the music. So I'm gonna continue there during the direction. Because maybe I can reiterate on that beautiful sun over here. Maybe I can reiterate and make it like somewhere else on the screen. Okay, and here we don't hear the. One thing I also want to try is I put like 17 here, but I want to try 15 instead. No. I'm gonna put like 18 then. Those are exactly on the spot. How about if I put 16 with just like one angle? No, it's really hard to see. What about 10? Just for the lulz. Nah. Okay, 17 was good. 17. Alright. What the hell is happening? Can you hear that? Okay, boom. Let me try again. Test level. Oh. One thing's missing right now. Can you say what's missing? Can you found... I don't know his name in English. Damn it. I was about to make a Dora joke. Dora's dead in a way. She's dead. Peppa Pig's killed her. Stab her in the back. Okay, so what I was saying before being super super dark, it's missing one thing. There's a very heavy beat, like this, but nothing is there, you know. So I like to one thing very easy. We can add element on the screen without actually adding enemies. So I'm gonna take a cam beat like this, and I'm gonna say make a beat like this whenever I press 4. All right, so let's make some beat. All right, and I don't want to make it there because the bars actually does it. Now I think that the beat is a little bit too much and it's on the right side, the wrong side. So there you go, and I'll put another one over there. All right, save. Yeah. Nice. So you can see that right now there's only one thing on the screen, right? That little enemy, that group of enemy that we created. The real thing, there's only one thing. However, just making the camera goes like this to the beat, it feels like way more energetic, you know? It feels, you feel the song, you feel the way of the song. I don't know if it doesn't make any sense, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe on your side, I don't know if it streams properly because of the two computers setup and everything. Maybe there's some delay, but when you actually play it, you feel it's like your head is banging. Hang on again. Save. And we got a sub. More camera shake. Smoke hello. 2 years. Oh my god, man. Smoke, how you been? Smoke, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't know about Smoke, you should know about Smoke. That's it. Enough said. I'm not gonna say more than that. Please go follow that gentleman over there. I don't have any follow comment whatsoever. Do we have follow comment? I don't even know how follow comments work anymore. Damn it, I'm old. How does that Twitch works? Am I on Twitch? Am I on internet? Is that internet? Smoke, anyway. Smoke, a cool, very cool dude, very good friend of mine, a fellow streamer, fellow awesome dude. Go follow this channel. He's a legit entertainer. I'm just a dude that creates shit and put it on internet, but he's a legit guy. He's a legit entertainer. Love him, and you should too. Thank you. There you go, Larkland. Thank you very much for the dropping comment. Oh, and 2 years, man. Enjoy the best badge. I believe that you have the best badge now. You've been promoted. Where your face? There you go. 2 years subs. Bam. Look at your face. Alright. So I'm gonna continue on this. So we got something, and you know, since we introduced the first element, you should know what's happening. And that part, I don't know what to do. Actually, I don't know what to do with that part. One thing, I think it's not gonna be beautiful, but again, I always second guess myself when I'm working on levels. I'm always thinking, my brain is like on two brain mode. One of them is trying to work, the other one is just bullying him and say like, ah, you suck, this level suck, it won't work, it's not gonna be good, you know. So there's always like two part of me just like always hammering down, and I have to force myself to say, hey, you know what, fuck you, I'm gonna start some stuff. Like, shut up, stupid brain. So right now I have an idea. I want to put some spikes that like just cover the entire. I want to put spikes on top here that goes like whoosh, like this. They just come in your face slowly, and try what's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna fit the theme of the song, but that's something. Like, I have that or nothing. Why the hell am I telling you that? I just want to show you that like game development is not always like I'm having fun all the time. Like, most of the time. Somebody said once that doing music is 10% fun and 90% work, and I associate. I see myself in that a lot. I can say the same about game development, like, easily. So 10% fun and 90% work. So I'm just trying to give you guys the like the real side of game dev, or like this is normal. If you think you suck, it's normal. Everybody goes through that, and there's actually ways to try to force yourself and say like, hey, you know what, shut up brain, just try to do stuff. So you're gonna be chasing the spark again. A little bit of motivational speech here, and we got a new sub, Quasi, man, it's been forever. Oh, Quasi, did you know that your doppelgangers still work at Putinville? I'm actually gonna go see him tomorrow. Where you're supposed to have fun during game dev? Yeah, Quasi guys, again, a fellow game developer. Fellow game dev who's still working on Shotgun Farmer? Are you still working on that? I don't know, it's been a while, man. Don't be mad at me if you're not. It's been a while, I haven't seen. In any case, are you gonna be at TwitchCon? I visited Montreal and learned French. Now I'm one of you. I doubt that you'll learn French after like a week of visiting Montreal. Yep, still working on that. Ah, there we go. Quasi, fellow game dev, please give him a follow. He's an awesome dude. I love him. I love him non-sexually. No TwitchCon for me. Oh. Sad face. Sad face is sad. Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. I wanted to say your face again. Okay, that thing over there, direction 180. Okay, so I was saying this. Okay, I'm gonna put some enemy groups. The thing is, I don't hear the, this thing again. But I still want to. Alright, let's try stuff. Let's try stuff and that's it. Alright, so there we go. Enemy group, this. Round spikes. This will be at this position. Voila, this will be at X. This will be at Y. 0 time spends, I don't know, maybe 100. Like this direction will be this, and the speed will be 3, and the size will be, I don't know, probably 200. 0 warning, please. Nothing happens because I put 0, that's why. And I think that the other got destroyed because they're outside the screen. Oh no, they're all in the same place. Simon, you're so stupid, Simon. Oh, look at that. It kind of works with the music. Kinda. Let me try something. If it's gonna do what I think it's gonna do, we're all fucked. No, I mean, it's gonna create something new, and that will be. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, no, no, no. That's here, and that's 360. Like this. Y is there. All right. Whoa! How about not do that? All right, there we go. Save. Oh, we got something. We got something. Maybe we got something. What I put like 150. What I was thinking is creating an effect where like kind of a centipede, like, or an entity or something grows from the wall with this as a warning. Ah, nice. So I could play with that. Okay, hang on. Okay, I want to try this again over here. No, David. So here, instead of this, I'm gonna put that there, 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 And this group, no, this group is okay. This group over here, speed will be like this. Wow! I effed up. I effed up. Minus 100, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it looks like something. Okay, yeah. So we got something, guys. We got like 30 seconds so far. And it's already, I'm already like 15 minutes out of time. So we're gonna test the level and see like what's gonna happen. And we'll leave on that, guys. I'll be working on this like, I'll be working on this on downtime and see what happens. Boom! Hang on again. I'm such a teaser. I'm such a teaser. I just want to do this. Voila. So, you know, I love that I present the theme here. And now, you know, it's super easy to avoid for me, but for somebody who didn't play the game, and I got hit right there, right? But somebody who never played the level is gonna be panicking. Okay, so that's not as effective as I thought. Maybe. So we got 30 seconds, guys. We got 30 seconds done in like, what, 45 minutes? I'm very satisfied, and I'm actually streaming at the same time, you know? So stuff has been done, and I am happy. So I may or may not finish this level. But again, guys, just to finish this up, I think there's an official announcement in Discord. But if you want, you can have the level editor I'm working on right now. What we are doing is a weekly contest with like, we don't have any prize right now except fame. But what we're gonna do is you can apply to get the pre-alpha, super pre-alpha thing with the level editor over there, with that link over there. Pretty sure it's directly on Discord. Ursabot got banned. Okay. What about to say? Yeah, so you go there, there's a form, so we know, like, we just need your Twitter handle, your Discord handle, so we're gonna invite you to the super VIP party and everything. We're gonna select a handful of people for now, because again, we're starting this up and we haven't announced it elsewhere than on this stream. Not on Twitter, not on Facebook, not on our website, nothing, alright? So you guys are super VIP special. But if you want to participate, you can go take that form over there. You may or may not be selected. Again, we're gonna choose like more and more people over time. Maybe if everything catches on fire and everybody hate us for doing this, we're gonna pull out the plug and say, well, we tried, right? But I think it's gonna be awesome. I think we're gonna be able to create a shit ton of level together, and that will benefit the artists as well. So, sorry. So, Again, this is not to make money, this is for fun, alright? This is to have fun. Right over there, it says, don't sue us, please. So yeah, this week's song is Fox, so to enter, like, you can do whatever level you want, but to enter today's, this week's contest, the song is from the album Shirobon over there. So if you want to be officially a part of the contest, go buy the album right over there. You see that I already own it. It's a fantastic album from Shirobon. Guys, it's gonna help him as well if you buy the album. He makes like fantastic music. I love him, and we are working on Fox this week. So go buy the album, and you'll be sure that way if you select the MP3 from his album over there. The MP3 over there, we'll know that we're all gonna work on the same level, so we'll be on the same page. At the end, if you want to send your levels, just send them to media, and not media, my levels, I think. Was that it? Yeah, there you go. Send your level over there at the end. So, yeah, guys, I'm gonna switch to the outro. Patricia, I hope you liked today's stream. I sure had a blast. It was like 2 minutes and a half. 2 hour and a half. I've managed to make an entire tutorial and create something of a level. You know, started at a little level while being on stream. So I'm very happy. D-Split is asking, how do you stay productive? Having kids help. I know it's a weird answer, but having kids do help a lot, because whenever I'm in my office, I work from home. So whenever I'm in my office, I know that my wife is taking care of the kids, so I can work. So if I don't work and play Fortnite instead, I'm basically kind of spitting in her face, you know, because like she's doing that so I can work and bring money. So it kind of it helps me focus. Let's put it that way. So there's that. Otherwise, there's a bunch of work. Like what I do these days is I wake up and I jump on my computer. Like as soon, if it's too loud, guys, let me know. As soon as I wake up, I jump on my computer and I start working right over there, because I know that there's 4 hours in the morning where I'm super focused, I'm super productive, so I want to chase that, and I want to be sure that that time I'm working, so no internet or anything. And whenever I have a meeting or I have something personal like a dentist appointment or something like that, I put that on the afternoon, because on the afternoon I feel a downtime. I'm less focused. I'm wandering like in all direction and everything. So that's why I put all my meeting over there. So even if I only work 4 hours a day, but I was super productive, I feel that I've done a good day. So I forced myself for those 3 or 4 hours straight, and after that I consider that like overtime, basically. You know. So as long as I make my morning productive, I'm happy. And I don't go on Facebook and Twitter on the first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, you open that code thing or that work thing and you start the work. Because the very first thing that you do in front of your computer kind of gonna show what kind of day you're gonna have. If you start on Twitter, you're probably gonna be like, yeah, just wandering around, make a task or two or something like that. But if you just jump through it and just like force yourself to just like, okay, let me write at least like 5 minutes of coding or draw something, it's gonna put you in the wheel. It's gonna make you start up, and you're gonna feel that 30 minutes later you'll be like, oh wow, I did so much stuff already, you know. So yeah, lots of stuff like this. Anyway, I think I have to go. I'm already like 20 minutes overdue. Thank you very much, guys, for watching the stream. I'll be there again next Thursdays. I'll be consistent and try to stream every Thursdays at 2 p.m. EST every week. And now I feel that the stream will be chunkier, you know, with those artist of the week and fan art of the week as well. Again, really love that fan art over there. Really cool fan art. Really love it. So I feel that we're gonna have like more stuff to say, and I'll be able to work on level as well and to play your level, and we'll be able to like say, hey, this guy's a winner, this guy's the best level out there, blah blah blah, and then increase the level editor, put more stuff in the level editor, blah 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 blah. So my big wet dream for all that is to be able to start something running that makes the community of Just Shapes and Beats alive, and we can just like, again, I play your level, we share all what we're all doing, and at the same time we make exposure and money to other artists out there. So that'll be awesome. So again, guys, thank you very much. Go say hi to Shirobon again. He's been the artist of the week, and yeah, see you guys on Discord. Love you all. You guys are the best, especially you. Goodbye. And I'm gonna raid somebody. I don't know who. Let me see. Ah, Smoke. Ha, there we go. Let's raid Smoke.